When I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, you know, Katt.
Nobody on this earth is gonna break me, right?
Rickey Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie.
Why is Katt Williams taking shots at Rickey Smiley again? And what secrets might Ice Cube be hiding about the Friday After Next drama? Could there be untold stories of what really went down behind the scenes with Rickey and his co-stars? In this video, we're diving deep into the latest revelations and breaking down the drama that's got everyone talking. Stay tuned for all the juicy details and insider scoop.
He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
It looks like it did. These jaw-dropping allegations by Ice Cube are making waves and might just bring Rickey Smiley's career to a screeching halt. And what's even wilder, it seems like Katt Williams was right all along. Over 20 years have passed since Friday After Next became a comedy classic, but the behind-the-scenes drama is far from over. This time, the spotlight is on a simmering feud between Katt Williams and Rickey Smiley over the legendary role of Money Mike. Yes, the unforgettable pimp character at the heart of the movie's laughs was also at the center of some serious casting drama.
He had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus man.
You were originally supposed to play Katt Williams' character.
Yes. And Katt Williams was supposed to play my character.
Stop the
And
cat,
somebody
Rickey.
said, no, we want you to play Mike.
The thieving
Money
ass
Mike.
Santa Claus.
Right, and then, yeah, because Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus.
Right.
Rickey did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, you know, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, you know, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better.
Ice Cube, the mastermind behind the Friday franchise, recently spilled some tea that reignited this old beef. According to Cube, Rickey Smiley was initially considered for the role of Money Mike, but something happened behind the scenes that led to Katt Williams stepping in. Now, fans are left questioning what really went down. Katt, known for never holding back, has dropped subtle hints over the years about the casting drama. Meanwhile, Rickey Smiley has largely remained silent, leaving fans to speculate if there's more to the story. However, Rickey has claimed for years that the role of Money Mike in Friday After Next was originally his. In an interview on Club Shay with Shannon Sharpe, he stated, "They gave my role to Katt Williams and, well, the rest is history." According to Rickey Smiley, he had been cast as the iconic Money Mike, but the studio ultimately decided to go in a different direction. On his own Rickey Smiley morning show, he doubled down, stating, "I have no reason to lie about that." Rickey even admitted that reworking the character as a flamboyant pimp, played by Katt Williams, was the better choice in the end. They added that whole pimp twist to the character, which made it funnier. "There's no way I could have executed the role like that, and honestly, I'm glad they made that decision," Rickey confessed. But Katt Williams wasn't buying it. He completely dismissed Rickey's version of events with some fiery words. Speaking on Club Shay himself, Katt laid it all out. "Since this man told you that he had Katt Williams' role, he was going to be Money Mike. And Katt Williams was going to be the Santa Claus. We auditioned in Los Angeles. I was audition number 2011. 2011 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. So you're saying all 2011 of us were auditioning for a role you already had and had already shot in 4 days." In other words, Katt Williams called Rickey Smiley out, questioning how over 2,000 comedians could have auditioned for a role that Rickey claims was already his. It's a fair point, and one that has fans scratching their heads. With all this drama bubbling up, Ice Cube, the producer and star of the Friday franchise, decided to step in and clear the air. In a 99-minute Instagram video, Cube finally explained what really went down. According to him, Rickey's version of events wasn't exactly how things unfolded.
What's cracking? It's your homie Ice Cube. Just wanted to address a few things. You know, everybody been checking out the internet. My man Katt Williams. You know, first of all, I just want to say, you know, we shot that movie over 20 years ago. So, you know, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, you know, Katt Katt, said he wrote his role, which, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie.
As you can see, Cube was clear that while Rickey Smiley had the chance to audition for Money Mike, it was Katt Williams who truly impressed everyone. Cube said, "When we saw Katt, I just knew he was perfect for Money Mike." But it wasn't just about picking Katt over Rickey. Cube also acknowledged that the role of Money Mike grew in importance because of Katt's incredible performance. He explained, "The role was written, but Katt enhanced it. That's why he was so dope in the movie initially. Money Mike was a smaller character, about as significant as the Santa Claus role. However, once filming started, Katt brought so much energy and charisma that the role kept expanding. We kept giving him more to do because he was on point," Cube added. And here's where things get even more interesting. After landing the role, Katt Williams allegedly added a clause to his future contracts, stating that he wouldn't work with Rickey Smiley again unless Rickey wore a dress. Katt was quick to confirm that the clause was exactly what he had put in his contract. He even compared Rickey to Tyler Perry, another comedian known for playing female characters. Katt joked, "Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women."
He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Rickey, however, wasn't shy about defending himself. He explained that his decision to wear a dress in First Sunday wasn't because of any supposed clause in his contract with Katt, but simply because that's what the script called for. He even brought up legendary comedians like Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, who also dressed as women for certain roles, insisting that doing so doesn't take away from their masculinity. Ice Cube also didn't shy away from addressing a serious rumor Katt Williams once brought up about Friday After Next. According to Katt, the original script allegedly included a highly offensive scene that almost made him turn down the role. However, Cube firmly denied this, stating, "I would never shoot an essay scene in a movie, especially like Friday where you actually see this happening on camera."
Bernie Jenkins, Tyler Perry did. There's a lot of comics and a lot of comedy greats that did characters for the sake of funny, for entertainment, for the sake of the laugh. And it has nothing to do with nobody's comfortable in the role. Nobody wants to put on a damn dress or comfortable in it.
He emphasized that while the film was raunchy and over the top, it never crossed certain moral boundaries. Cube made it clear that the franchise always aimed to entertain without sacrificing its integrity. But, as expected, the drama doesn't end there. Rickey Smiley might be famous for his larger-than-life personality and comedic genius, but behind the laughs, some colleagues paint a less flattering picture. One such story comes from comedian Steve Brown, who claims his loyalty to Rickey ended in disaster. Steve revealed that early in his career he worked as Rickey's opener and relied heavily on him for gigs and support while trying to break into comedy. However, he says his trust in Rickey's promises ultimately left him blindsided. When the opportunities he expected suddenly dried up, leaving him and his young son homeless, Steve shared his heartbreak, saying, "To make things even harder, Steve Brown felt that Rickey Smiley didn't seem to care about his actions or lack thereof and how it affected his life. Instead of stepping in to help or even acknowledging the situation, Rickey appeared to brush it off entirely." But the drama doesn't stop there.
For short, behind this guy, me being loyal to him and me depending on him to get me shows because I was his opener, I ended up homeless with me and my oldest son.
Steve also claims that Rickey used one of his original comedy bits in a special, essentially stealing his material. According to Steve, this wasn't just a one-time misunderstanding, it left him feeling blackballed in the industry. Other comedians reportedly noticed the theft, but by then the damage to Steve's reputation had already been done. Imagine working so hard to build your career, only for someone you trusted to take advantage of your talent. Tirelessly creating something unique, only to watch someone else profit from it while you're struggling just to get by. That's the harsh reality Steve says he faced. Sometimes you have people that just don't care, he reflected. They play the victim, tell their own side of the story, but as time goes on, you grow, you learn, and you realize what really happened. Steve isn't the only one with grievances. Other former co-workers have also spoken out, accusing Rickey of fostering a toxic work environment. They describe their experiences as downright miserable, sharing stories of mistreatment and disrespect. What makes all these claims so wild is how much they clash with Rickey Smiley's public image. This is a guy who's always preaching about helping others and giving back to the community, but if you ask Steve Brown and a few others, Rickey's actions don't always match his words. Honestly, for someone with his level of influence, that's a letdown. It's not just disappointing, it paints a picture of someone who might be all about the spotlight, even if it means stepping on the people around him. But let's give credit where it's due. Steve Brown isn't stuck in the past. He's learned a thing or two from the drama and seems to be thriving despite it. He swapped out friendship for professionalism, now seeing his fellow comedians as colleagues rather than buddies. And let's be real, in a cutthroat industry like comedy, that's probably the way to go if you want to protect your peace. Now, just when you think Rickey's story couldn't get messier, here comes another curveball. This time, it's not about stolen jokes or loyalty, it's about a controversial comment he made on his radio show. Rick's known for his sharp humor, but this time it cut too deep. The joke targeted dark-skinned women, and let's just say it didn't sit well with a lot of people. The backlash was swift, with fans and critics alike calling out how the joke played into harmful stereotypes rooted in colorism. For many, it wasn't just an insensitive comment, it was a gut punch, a reminder of the ongoing battle against beauty standards that unfairly place dark-skinned women at the bottom of the totem pole. Now, here's the thing about colorism, it's not just some casual bias, it's a deep-rooted issue tied to colonialism and systemic racism, where lighter skin is seen as more desirable because of its proximity to whiteness. Rickey's joke didn't just tap into those prejudices, it seemed to amplify them, sending a message that darker skin isn't as beautiful or valued. As if the backlash wasn't enough, Rickey tried to diffuse the tension by turning the humor inward, making self-deprecating jokes about his own darker skin tone. But instead of easing the tension, it only made things worse. Critics pointed out that his comments highlighted a form of internalized bias, an unsettling reminder of how deeply colorism impacts those who are affected by it. It was as though he was laughing at himself to make the problem go away, but it only amplified the discomfort in trying to make light of the situation. It seemed as though he, too, viewed darker skin as something to be ridiculed, but the drama didn't end there. It turned out that Rickey's son had also revealed some troubling personal views, specifically that he could never date a black woman, which led to even more backlash. It was a comment that stirred up questions about why his son couldn't date someone who makes him happy, regardless of their skin color. The controversy seemed to keep escalating, and as if the jokes and comments weren't enough to fuel the fire, things got even more complicated. When a former girlfriend of Rickey stepped into the spotlight with a bold open letter, it painted a troubling picture of their relationship. Her post, which spread like wildfire online, detailed allegations of emotional manipulation, disrespectful behavior, and volatile incidents. While her account is still her personal perspective, it definitely added fuel to the growing scrutiny surrounding Rickey's character. She began her letter by recalling how they met in April 2014 at his Atlanta radio station, describing how their relationship started on a high note. She was initially drawn to his seemingly humble spirit, but as time went on, she saw a very different side of him. According to her, Rickey's initial charm was just a facade, and soon she found herself dealing with troubling patterns of behavior. Things moved quickly between the two, and just months after they started dating, she moved in with him. However, by December 2014, she was out, though their on and off relationship continued for another 2 years. According to her, Rickey's behavior fluctuated, showing signs of emotional manipulation and disrespectful actions that left a lasting impact on her. One moment he was loving and affectionate, and the next he was sending degrading messages. She shared examples of him texting "I love you" 1 minute, only to follow it up with an insult moments later. Such erratic behavior left her feeling belittled and disrespected. She detailed several incidents that illustrated the turbulent nature of their relationship. One of the most disturbing incidents that Rickey Smiley's ex-girlfriend recounted was a physical altercation, which further intensified the negative view of his character in the public eye. One moment he was loving and affectionate, and the next he was sending degrading messages. She shared examples of him texting "I love you" 1 minute, only to follow it up with an insult moments later. Such erratic behavior left her feeling belittled and disrespected. She detailed several incidents that illustrated the turbulent nature of their relationship. One of the most disturbing incidents that Rickey Smiley's ex-girlfriend recounted was a physical altercation, which further intensified the negative view of his character in the public eye. The situation escalated outside his apartment complex in April 2016. She had gone to visit him after not hearing from him as planned, only to be told to leave because apparently he had company. Feeling hurt and betrayed as his girlfriend, she confronted him, and things quickly spiraled into an argument that allegedly turned physical. This incident added another layer of controversy to the growing concerns about Rickey Smiley's personal life and behavior, leading to more negative attention. In the aftermath of the altercation, Rickey Smiley's ex-girlfriend admitted to slapping him in a moment of frustration. She later called the police, though Rickey allegedly apologized afterward. However, things took a darker turn when Rickey reportedly began referring to the incident as a turn-on, which deeply unsettled her. She also accused him of spreading negative stories about her to his family, friends, and even co-workers, which further strained their already fragile relationship. Despite all the emotional turmoil, she admitted that she still had lingering feelings for him, highlighting the complexity of their relationship. Rickey Smiley's ex-girlfriend continued to describe a troubling dynamic in their relationship, emphasizing his inability to treat women with respect. She hinted that he might be struggling with deeper personal issues and suggested that he seeks spiritual guidance to address them. As things worsened, she revealed that Rickey had serious trust issues, frequently accusing her of cheating without any evidence. One particularly bizarre incident in December 2016 stood out, where Rickey allegedly became furious after mistakenly thinking she had another man. This event highlighted the toxic, volatile nature of their relationship. In her letter, Rickey Smiley's ex-girlfriend expressed her deep frustration with his double life. While he was adored by the public for his philanthropy and community work, she painted a starkly different picture of him behind closed doors. She described him as manipulative, inconsistent, and not the man he portrayed to the world. This contrast between his public persona and private behavior only deepened her sense of betrayal and contributed to the toxic, unstable dynamic they shared. Rickey Smiley's ex-girlfriend acknowledged the positive impact he's had through his career but emphasized that the integrity he displayed professionally didn't extend into their personal relationship. Behind closed doors, he seemed like a completely different person, which added to her sense of betrayal. As the controversy around Rickey continued, his family life also came under scrutiny. One of the most shocking incidents was the tragic death of his nephew. Some family members believed that Rickey's actions played a role in the event, particularly when Rickey went on a public rant about a family member refusing to cut his dreadlocks. This incident further fueled the growing drama surrounding his personal and public life. After the public drama, Rickey's nephew tragically passed away. Some family members believed that the pressure Rickey put on his relative, including the insistence on changing his hairstyle for what turned out to be a non-existent job requirement, contributed to the tragic events. The situation added even more weight to the controversy surrounding Rickey's character, further complicating his already troubled public image. The incident became a focal point in discussions about family dynamics, personal choices, and the pressures people face in their professional and personal lives. The tragic passing of Rickey's nephew added a devastating layer to the ongoing public feud. Rickey's nephew reportedly took his own life, allegedly by overdosing on pills. The emotional toll of the situation was exacerbated when the nephew's sister took to Facebook, openly grieving and directly accusing Rickey of playing a role in the immense pressure her brother had been under. The incident stirred up deep emotions within the family and in the public eye, leading to further scrutiny of Rickey's actions and his impact on those close to him. The heartbreaking accusation painted a grim picture of the consequences of the pressure and influence Rickey had on his family. In response to the accusations and grief surrounding his nephew's death, Rickey Smiley posted a video defending his actions. He shared deeply personal messages exchanged between him and his nephew in the days before the tragedy, attempting to paint a picture of his positive influence on the young man. He also included testimonials from other men he claimed to have mentored successfully, trying to highlight his role in their lives. However, many viewers found this move troubling, interpreting it as an attempt to shift blame and control the narrative. By exposing intimate family moments during such a sensitive time, Rickey seemed to be positioning himself in a way that some perceived as self-serving, rather than genuinely grieving. With all the scandals swirling around Rickey, it's no surprise that fellow comedian Katt had had enough. The ongoing drama and controversies involving Rickey Smiley, combined with his attempts to manage the fallout, led to rising tensions in the comedy community. For years, Rickey Smiley has attacked Katt, calling him a liar, questioning his character, and trying to discredit his credibility. But now, it seems that Katt is finally ready to respond and set the record straight. Known for his outspoken nature, Katt has never shied away from calling out the entertainment industry and exposing its hypocrisy. Now, with the spotlight on Rickey Smiley's personal and professional struggles, Katt appears ready to give his side of the story. When Katt decides to speak up, it's bound to be explosive, as he's never been one to hold back. This latest twist in the saga is sure to fuel even more controversy as their feud takes on new intensity. For a long time, Katt Williams and Rickey Smiley have been at odds, but it's clear that Katt's frustration has finally reached its breaking point. Having experienced the highs and lows of the comedy world, Katt has seen behind the curtain of the showbiz facade. From shady incidents at Club Shay to bombshell confirmations about Rickey's actions behind the scenes with some of the biggest names in the industry, Katt Williams is now preparing to spill the secrets. Katt isn't afraid to name names or drop receipts, and with his bold reputation, fans are bracing for what's to come. This is the same man who famously declared, "I'm not a gangster." But it looks like he's ready to bring the drama into the open and expose everything, no matter how explosive it may be. Katt Williams has always been unapologetically bold, and when he speaks, you know it's not going to be easy to digest. He's ready to expose the truth, no matter who it affects. With Rickey Smiley in his sights, Katt isn't holding back, bringing heat to the situation, revealing behind-the-scenes drama and even involving big names like Ice Cube. As Katt prepares to take down the pretenders, the entertainment world is bracing for impact. The drama promises to shake up the industry in ways that could send shockwaves through the public. What do you think? Was Katt Williams justified in his actions all along? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos while we await more updates.